Hi everyone, this is Jill and I'm here with another Paper Sweeties release. This is the September 2015 release, and Debbie released 2 stamp sets and 2 sets of Sweet Cuts dies that coordinate. So I actually printed the sets from the website so it's easier to see them than using my design team sets. So this set is called Mason Jar, and you can see it has a variety of sentiments that you can put together for different types of labels. It has the mason jar itself and then a little banner type tag. And this set comes with dies for the banner tag and for the jar. And it's a really, really fun set for paper piecing. Just all sorts of different themes that you can do, because the jar, you can do it in any colors you want. So I'm going to share some cards that I made with it. And then the second set is called Homegrown. And these are the stamps. There's a beautiful strawberry, a cherry, an apple, and a pear. And then the sentiments are yummy, jam, preserves, homegrown, and recipe for. And then the matching sweet cuts that go with that set cut out all 4 pieces of fruit. Okay. And then the red that you see is the cut line. Okay. So those are the 2 sets of dies and 2 sets of stamps that are available at papersweeties.com. And I'm going to share some of the projects that I made using these stamp sets. And just for reference, just so you can actually see the set, you can see I've used mine a ton already. There's the dies on the back, and there's the stamp set. Here's the homegrown set. And then there's the dies. And you can see I have some extra cherry die cuts in mine. But anyway, yours will have the cover sheets kind of like what I just showed you in the photo. So now I'm going to share some of the cards that I made using the various sets. So this one uses the mason jar set, and you can see the little banner die cut and the coordinating stamp. And then I put homemade preserves on this one. And I paper pieced just using some digital papers that I had to get that in the center. So this was on a piece of paper. And then, of course, I had to use a little bit of gingham. And I also used a little bit of glitter glue just to add some glitter to the jar. Okay, so that's one card. And then I actually made a set. These are little 3.5 by 3.5 inch cards. So this is another one. This one says, "You are sweet." And this one, for the tie, it actually has a little flower that I got at Hobby Lobby. So that's the second one. So one in aqua, one in pink, and then one more in pink. And this one just says, on the little tag, it says yummy. And then it says something sweet for you. So those are 3 of the cards I made with the mason jar set. And then here is one, again, using the mason jar set. It says homemade preserves. And this would be a really neat card to give like at Christmas time if you're giving someone a set of jams, or maybe you've made some homemade preserves. And on this one, I added a few of the frosting sequins to it, just to kind of help set off the card and to add a little bit of sparkle. So there's another card. We'll put that one, maybe I'll leave that one right there. Here's a card using the strawberries. It says, "You are sweet," and it just has 2 of the strawberries, and then I added some little flowers to them. And a little bit of twine tied off between the 2 different types of papers. And this one uses an embossing folder that creates a diamond pattern, if you can see that. I'm sorry there are some shadows because as usual it's very overcast here in Seattle where I'm filming. So I do the best I can to light it, but I still end up having shadows no matter what I do. Here's one that says, "A little dash of winter cheer." And again, it uses the mason jar set, and this time I used some designer paper that had peppermints on it, and then I just added some glitter to them so that they would sparkle. And I actually stacked them coming out of the top of the jar. And it just says "Sweet Treats" on the jar itself. So quite a few cards in red this month. Here's one using the cherries, and this one just says "You make life sweet" on the little tag there. And this is from, I think, the Sending Sweet Thoughts stamp set, or else it's from Sweetie Pie. I'm not sure. I can't remember now. All of the information on all the cards that I made you can find on my blog at greenwoodgirlcards.blogspot.com, and I will link it in the comment area for this video. So if you have any questions about the products I use to make any of the cards I'm showing you, you can go to my blog and you'll be able to see all the information. So here's another one of those little 3.5 by 3.5 inch cards. And this one on the strawberry, I added some of that diamond stickles to make the seeds of the strawberry sparkle a little bit. And then a little flower with a red sequin, one of the little red flower sequins from Paper Sweeties. So I'm running out of room already, you guys. Just a couple more to share because I've already actually used some of the cards that I made. I already gave some of them away to my mom because I like to keep her stocked up with cards. This is one that uses all 3 of the strawberries from the Homegrown set, and it says, "Have a sweet day." And I just think this would be the perfect little card to give to somebody just for no reason at all. Maybe they're having a tough time or someone's not feeling well or something. This one says "Sending Sweet Thoughts." Same thing, you could use this for almost anything. I love this apple die cut. I think it's so fun to paper piece it with the different papers. All the papers you're seeing on this card are from the most part from a stack from crate paper that I've had for a while in my stash. So it was fun to get to use a lot of those papers. Here's one more that says "Sending Sweet Thoughts" too, and it's got 2 strawberries and then the pear, and I added an extra leaf to the pear just to help kind of balance out the card a little bit. So those are all the cards I have to share. I have one other project that I made for this release, and it's not really using stamps from the stamp sets that we're talking about, Homegrown or Mason Jar, but it was school was starting, so I made a little apple out of, you know how you make these little pinwheel type things? So I made a bunch of these, and then I stacked them all in red cardstock, and then I put this little Happy School Days on here, which is a couple of sentiments from different sets. But if you go to my blog at Greenwood Girl Cards, you can find the entry where I explain how I came up with this, the sentiment, because it's from 2 different stamp sets. So anyway, this was a fun project. I just saw it on Pinterest and wanted to try it. And I just used a twig from my garden, some felt leaves, a little flower, and some twine, along with a tiny tag, one of the tags from Paper Sweeties with the sentiment. So I thought I would share that too. Seattle, the teachers had been on strike, and my son just went to school for the first time this week, yesterday. So September 17th, I think, was his first day of school. So it's been a long summer for us. Anyway, I want to thank you for tuning in and taking a look at all of the projects using these new stamp sets, Mason Jar and Homegrown from Paper Sweeties. And they are available now at papersweeties.com. Thanks for taking a look at our September release, and we'll see you in October. Bye now.